guys, it's Katie. Welcome back to my second channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Katie Wismer. My main channel is Kate's Book Date. I'm an author and all the author and book stuff is over there. One of my cats is under the covers. This second channel is the dumping ground for random other content. And we're hanging out in bed today because I don't know if you guys have been around YouTube since like 2010, when people used to literally just open their laptops and film on the webcams and it was just super casual. That's kind of the vibe for today. Basically, I've just seen some movies lately and I wanted to talk to you guys about them. That's all it is. The last video that went up on this channel was tier ranking horror movies, so I guess we're just kind of sticking with that theme right now. I don't know. These are mostly horror movies, not on purpose. That's just what I tend to watch. So the first one I want to talk to you about is Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I meant to say this when it was in theaters and I just like never got around to it when my friend saw it and really recommended it. I am a huge fan of, I don't even want to say that. Sometimes I really like horror comedies if they can strike that perfect balance of the horror and the comedy. Ready or Not is one of my favorites that I think does it really well. And so I kind of went into Bodies, Bodies, Bodies expecting to like it as much as I like Ready or Not, and Ready or Not is one of my favorite movies of all time. And I did really enjoy Bodies, Bodies, Bodies. I can't keep saying that full title. It felt way more like a dark comedy than a horror to me. I really liked the end. I really liked the reveal of like who the killer was. The premise is that a group of friends is trapped together in a mansion during a hurricane, and in a party game gone wrong, they find a dead body and now they're trying to figure out who the killer is among them. This was cute. This was funny. I probably won't ever rewatch it, but I'm glad that I saw it. At the time that I'm filming this isn't up streaming anywhere, so you would have to rent or buy it. The next movie though, I watched Haunt on Hulu, and I went into this with no expectations. I had never heard of it before, and a lot of the like Hulu original horror movies that I've seen haven't been that great, so I had pretty low expectations if I'm being honest. And this was so pleasantly surprising to me. This was so good. If you like this kind of horror movie, highly recommend. It's either like from the makers of A Quiet Place or it's the same producer or something. But if you go in expecting this movie to be like A Quiet Place at all, you are in for a huge surprise. This movie was way more on par with like the Saw movies when it comes to gore and violence, so go in knowing that. It's set on Halloween, so it has those perfect Halloween vibes. I love Halloween movies. And it starts off pretty predictably, where you think it's just going to be this teen slasher movie. A group of friends go to a haunted house, guys in masks are killing them. But I really enjoyed the twist to it, and the execution was just top notch. Really enjoyed. The next movie has been on my radar since it came out, and again, just never really got around to seeing it, which was Nope. I think this is my least favorite from this director so far, not because I disliked it, just because I liked Us and Get Out so much more. So this was still worth the watch. Maybe if you really like aliens, you'll be more into this, because this is all about a UFO sighting and trying to get it on camera to earn some money, and then, you know, things go from there. The acting, as always in these movies, excellent. The setting in like the middle of nowhere in California on a horse ranch, I really enjoyed. And it's not that I'm not into aliens. I'm just not specifically into aliens. And Us, I think, is my favorite movie of his. So that premise was just so much more engaging to me than this one. Again, still worth the watch. This one had more comedy in it, I feel, than his other movies, and I did enjoy that. But again, it's just not gonna go up and become like a new favorite that I want to rewatch a lot. This one you can stream on Peacock. And then the only movie on this list that's not a horror movie, I rewatched Just My Luck with Lindsay Lohan. What did I even watch this on? I don't know, maybe it was on like Peacock or something. A classic. If you're just in the mood for a rom-com, I feel like this era of rom-coms, whenever this came out, I feel like it was like late 2000s. Excellent. All of the Lindsay Lohan movies around this time, excellent. So stands up to this day, still so funny. A girl who's incredibly lucky, gets basically everything handed to her in life, kisses a guy at a party, their luck gets swapped. He had been like the most unlucky person in the world. And if you haven't seen this one yet, it's a classic. If you like rom-coms, you have to watch it. You'll love it, I promise. This one's on Hulu, or you can stream for free on Tubi. And then I did round out the month with another 2 horror movies. I watched Halloween Ends, and I have tried. I have tried to get into the Halloween movies, this new trilogy. It just, they don't do it for me. They do not. I find them so boring. Literally, Halloween Ends, I watched over the course of several days because I stopped it after like an hour. I got bored, came back to it, stopped it after half. I couldn't get through the freaking movie. And a scary movie where they're like killing people left and right. There should be tension, there should be suspense. I shouldn't be able to turn it off. Like, I should be on the edge of my seat. And these movies never do that for me. Maybe it's because I wasn't into like the original Halloween movies, so there's not that nostalgia factor to it. I don't really know what it is. I've tried and I have tried again with Halloween, and I think this was my last attempt. I'm just gonna stop trying at this point. If you're a fan of the originals, maybe you'll like this trilogy. I actually don't know. If you are a fan of the movies, I'd love to hear your thoughts on this new trilogy. I don't know why I even tried to watch this one, to be honest, because I watched Halloween Kills when it came out and I wasn't a big fan of that one either. Also on Peacock. But luckily my most recent watch made up for it. I don't know how I didn't watch this movie until 2023. This came out in 2010. I finally watched the remake of the Crazies. I thought I had already seen it, I think is the problem, but I definitely hadn't seen this before. I think I may have seen the original, but this remake was so freaking good. I was actually kind of shocked that this was made in 2010 because I probably wouldn't have guessed that with like the special effects and stuff. It looked really good. This is set in a small town where a virus is running rampant and turning the citizens into these kind of, I'm hesitant to even call them zombies because it's not that like mindless, you know, World War Z kind of zombie. People just start acting really weird to the point where people are like taking them to the doctor to get them checked out because they're just like not acting right. So it's a slower progression where they're still kind of themselves, but they start doing weird things, and then it, you know, progresses from there. Our main character, we're following the sheriff and his pregnant wife and his deputy. This was a solid good time. Like, I would rewatch this. This is now added to my list of like rewatchable horror movies. I really enjoyed this one. This one's lots of places, but I watched it on HBO Max. I had to sit up, my shoulders were starting to hurt. If you've seen any of these, I'd love to hear your thoughts on them down below in the comments. If you have any recs for me, let me know. That's gonna be it for this random casual second channel video. I will see you guys in the next one very, very soon. Bye.
My appetite, don't leave me here high and dry.